have Mr. Lou Spagnola.
Your mic ain't on.
From the band Fortune.
Test.
All that, and my mic wasn't on. Look at that.
Mr. Slick.
That was so good.
Start over
Can you
again.
do that again?
Intro again.
We're on. No, we're on.
Intro again.
Who cares if we're on? Mr. Slick
Intro.
from Revere.
Come on, baby.
A lot of Revere in this room right now.
A lot of Revere.
All right, boys
And
and
a lot of
girls.
broccoli.
You starting over again?
Sure.
We're already on live, I
It's
thought.
all right. Listen.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, play some Zepp.
That's all. Play some Zepp.
Oh, we're really starting off great tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one. My mic was not live on the last one. Welcome to Straight Up Talk Boston. We're here with Mr. Lou Spagnola from the band Fortune. They are the #1 band around as far as rock and roll goes, as far as I am concerned. I don't know about
I
you.
second that,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, every time I go, my mind is blown. It
Yep.
just.
Well, we have other talent in the room here tonight too. Another band.
Johnny, enough about you.
Okay.
You know, go ahead.
No, we have Fender Bender. We have players from Fender Bender here too.
Yep, we do. Right here in the room.
Chris Murphy and
Unbelievable.
Paul D'Angelo Murphy here. Chris has already recorded a single. He's got another single in the can. 2 singles he's got out.
Wow.
Yeah, and Lou played the bass on both of them.
They were nice enough to hire me.
Yeah. And Paul played the harmonica. He sang
They paid me
backup.
right the way I need to. They paid me in food.
Huh?
He works for Chinese food.
Chinese. Ah,
Yeah, it's
so good.
the barter system. We take it back to the old days. The bartering.
What's that?
The barter system, right?
The barter?
You never heard of
You
that?
never heard
Bartering?
of bartering before,
No.
Joe?
Bartering? Is that something perverted?
No.
See, we already took this down into the gutter. It's
We
not
did.
even like 5. We haven't even been 3 minutes into this
Give
thing.
Peasy another 10 minutes.
I didn't say it. Listen, I didn't say it like when we.
I'm
The
teasing.
barter system. The barter.
Well, I'm thinking at the bottom of the barrel.
The bottom.
All right.
When you barter for something, it's like, I'll give you this water if you give me that microphone.
All right. Well, I didn't know the word,
And
so
that's what it is.
forgive me.
So back to that.
Well,
They
it's 'cause there's a special class in the hockey helmet.
they give me Chinese food. Where this portion is brought to us by who? Sakura, Mongolian beef.
That's
Pretty
right.
soon they might be paying for us to advertise them. We only
See
need
that?
about
Yeah.
another 1,000 viewers,
Exactly.
and we got all 9 tonight. What happened with What happened? Would you want to talk about this weekend before we get back into Louis' appearance here
Okay,
tonight?
so
where
this-
were you this weekend?
All right, thank you, Joseph.
All right,
for bringing up.
You're gonna interrupt anyway, so I might as well just start off.
So this Thursday to Saturday went down to Austin, Texas, to Joe Rogan's comedy club called the Mothership. It's probably the #1 comedy club in the country. It's an amazing, amazing place, and I wasn't sure, but I did get on, and it went very, very well. I was very, very happy about that. It was just great, and Lenny was fantastic. He did 6 shows down there, and so it was. But what a place! And it's run like you wouldn't believe. And they've taken the Comedy Store, and that was the blueprint for him doing this theater. He bought.
Did Friday, Saturday,
Yeah,
and Sunday?
he did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Was it a big crowd?
it sold out just about every single night there.
And Rogan,
you know?
Rogan wasn't there?
No, he was coming in on Sunday,
Yeah.
but we were already been gone by then. But Paul, did you work with Brian Holtzman at all when you were in L.A.?
I love figuring this
Oh
out.
my God, he's a comedian's
Crazy.
comedian,
He's
crazy, right?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, he's had this guy here, and we sat there, and we just laugh we just laugh at
See, like the house
again,
comic there?
again, back feedback.
That's
Are
not
you
me this time.
How are you getting feedback?
I
That's not
thought
me
I
this
heard that.
time.
Maybe it's those voices in my head again.
You're not going to tell that story, are you?
Of course I am.
You are?
Yeah. So, but I want to say Brian Holtzman. He's a comedian's comedian. I mean, he says things that you literally, right, Paul? Paul will tell you.
I used to go watch him at the Comedy Store.
Oh, right.
on Sunset.
Because Lenny, when we went down last year, all he said to me, "You got to see Brian Holtzman. You got to see Brian Holtzman." And when you sit there, most of the time you say, "I can't even believe he just said what he just said." You know, like, you know.
Is he
I hate-
controversial?
Oh, he's had whole audiences walk out.
Not worse than Dice Clay. Andrew Dice.
He's Dice Clay 10 times
No,
over.
sir.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Yeah. But off stage, the most mild-mannered, nicest guy you've ever met in your life. On stage, he's talking about, killing. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it, but anyway.
I can't picture anybody much more offensive than Andrew
Joe,
Dice Clay.
Joe, he's Andrew Dice Clay to the 10th power.
I can't even imagine
Yeah.
that.
So,
Lenny Bruce.
So in case we have any psychologists out there, I got to tell you a true story that happened to me while I was out there, and it's still blowing my mind. So we were out on the balcony. We were staying at Joe Rogan's condo in the 20th floor of the Thompson Hotel.
Move over.
This
Wrong way.
Oh, wrong way.
Hey.
Okay. So we're staying
guess
at the
Center.
The sign
Center
failed.
place.
I'm done with the sign.
All right.
The sign.
Yeah, I know, because I read it off like I'm like. So anyway, so we're sitting out at the balcony at night, late at night. And Lenny's having a cigar, 20 floors up. We could look down. It's like Nashville, and Orleans, New Orleans. Just watching everybody. Matter of fact, I see girls. They were walking, no top on. Their breastises were all out.
The rest is it.
In Austin, Texas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could. I guess it's legal, but there's like literally 400 clubs in this stretch, and everyone plays live music.
6th Street.
All live music.
6th Street.
Is it 6th Street?
Street?
Yeah, right, Paul.
I've been there, yeah.
You've been there, right? So anyway, so we're sitting down. So I got a little cigar to join Lenny, and I'm sitting there, and we're looking down. All of a sudden, as I'm looking down, inside my head, a voice is saying, "Jump. Go over and jump. Johnny, jump. Yeah, jump." And I'm sitting there like I can feel it in my stomach, and I'm getting all tense, and my head's going, "Jump. God, jump. You can do it. Jump." So I'm saying to myself the whole time, I'm saying, "All right, stop this. This is ridiculous." But a minute goes by, same thing again. "Johnny, just jump over. Just jump." And that's all that's going in my head, just jump. I literally got up, flicked a cigar, and ran inside. And then Lenny and Mike come in and go, "Are you all right?" I go, "You ain't going to believe this, but voices in my head were telling me to jump." And so Lenny goes, "That used to happen to my mother, too." So it was just I don't know why.
I might have an explanation. I'm just. Somebody was playing a Van Halen record.
Oh, go ahead and jump.
Yeah, and you thought it was a voice.
Your
The
voices.
first thing I asked you, Johnny, when you told us the story, well, you were drinking. But I can imagine after you must have needed a drink.
Oh yeah,
I'm not joke. That's no joke.
Yeah, it was just. I never had a feeling like that before, and all I could think of was, when people are going to commit suicide, is this what goes through their head? And then they do it, and they go, why did I do it? And I'm going to tell you something else. Talking about that, I hate to be off center, but I was in Niagara Falls. I'm on the Canadian side. This is the God's honest truth story. There's a girl in front of me in the Starbucks line. All right. The most gorgeous woman I've ever seen, probably about 23, 24, 5'11", Daisy Dukes, low cut, skimpy little, gorgeous, blonde, high heels. You can't take your eyes off this gorgeous one. She's in front of me, so she orders a large iced latte or whatever, right? And she goes across the street. Now you can lean on a little fence at Niagara Falls, and there's the falls, just going by, right? I get my coffee, I'm on the other side, and I'm just like glancing over at her. Gorgeous. I turn away for 1 second, I heard, "She jumped!" She put her coffee down, jumped over, and dog paddled to the edge and went over. So they literally shut down like anything that's going on
You
there.
witnessed this?
Yeah.
I thought there was a voice in your head going, "Finger up."
This is
Wow.
This is.
Well, that now.
But it was and it was like, I mean, imagine, and you just say to yourself, what could have been so bad for her? She's the most gorgeous woman, but what could be so bad?
So she died.
Yeah. And so the police come on the horses, what do you call the Canadian mounted police? They
The
all come over.
Mounties.
Yeah, the
Dudley
Mounties,
Do-Ride.
right? And yeah, Dudley Do-Ride. And they started asking you questions. And so he comes up to me, he goes, "Okay, so what did you see? How did she jump?" And I'm like, "How did she did a backflip." I mean, what do you want with that? How did she jump? You know what I mean? Stupid questions. But what they do is they shut, like they don't shut the falls down, but they have a boat come out. There's no way that because what happens is, I go, what happens? The body just spins because all the different currents, and it breaks apart. The body breaks apart. And they told me there's 7 suicides a week at Niagara Falls. They don't put them in the paper. They used to years ago. They don't do it anymore. because people go there to jump because there's a gun law. There's no guns
So
in Canada.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So it starts out with Peasy thinks about jumping. Then we segue into Peasy sees this
Somebody
beautiful
jumping.
girl
Yeah.
commit suicide.
Yeah.
Well,
I drank
then-
it. So
The first
I know.
part.
I
Yeah,
know.
you go
So
back
what-
to that. Something goes down, something-
I know.
What else you want to talk about?
What?
Yeah.
Anything else, John? Before you?
Maybe that's what happens to people when they do something like that. You know, I never ever had any inkling to commit suicide in any possible way, but that was the weirdest feeling
And,
I've ever gotten.
I know you don't do drugs. You don't.
No.
You don't barely drink.
At least
the
yet,
only
anyway.
thing would be if it would be Viagra. The only other thing that could be possibly.
Maybe I overdosed on Viagra. I don't know.
Anyway, we should get back onto the topic and our guest that's here tonight. What do you say, Billy?
What is the
That would
topic?
be.
What is the topic?
We brought
You
Lou
guys
here.
buried the lead about 20 minutes ago.
Nah,
I'm just a Revere guy. I'm
Last
Revere.
last week we had a paranormal girl on from Ghost Hunters, and this week Johnny's got voices, and I personally believe that they coincide with one another. But that being said, we won't get into that
Voices
too
in
deep.
their head, yeah.
We won't get into that too deep, but we're gonna cross over into talking about Lou. You got a concert coming up in a few days, right?
I do. Saturday night.
Tell me about it. Where is it and all that stuff?
So we're at the Hampton Beach Casino in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, New Hampshire, and we're playing with the Fools. You know the legendary.
It's a night for beautiful girls.
Ever since Johnny been taking voices, we can't shut him up.
That's it.
Go ahead, Lou.
So yeah, we're playing with the Fools, and tickets are on sale now. And you know it's going to be a really great night because.
Where do you get them at the casino?
Well, I mean, you can always get them at the casino if it doesn't sell out, but it's on Ticketmaster.com.
Lou, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, I've been around music most all my life, like everybody in this room, but I've never seen a cover band quite like Fortune in my I'm dead serious in my life. I've never seen anything so precise. The musicianship, the vocals, forget it. And I was just wondering, do you have any thoughts about opening up for them? Right now, what makes them think they're going to follow you? I mean, that's going to be a difficult task, don't you
Well,
think?
I mean, you know what? The Fools, they speak for themselves. I mean, this is their 50th year, and you know, they are a great band. I mean,
I'm not denying
Were
that.
they just a one-hit wonder? Or?
No, they actually, if you think about it, so Psycho Chicken came out, and that was huge. That's what kind of vaulted them to the point where they could get a record deal. But they also had, It's a Night for Beautiful Girls, and they had a few other songs, but they had 2 albums come out. They had major release, and they toured with, I mean, you're going back now, 1979, 1980. They toured with the Knack. Remember when the Knack had My Sharona?
My Sharona.
Yeah, that was.
Well, it was a funny thing. I was in the Fools for 8 years, so I played with them, and I love those guys. They're great friends to this day, and that's why we put this gig together. You know, talking about, well, what can we do? You got your April Fool's Day coming up, and this is their 50th April Fools. So, but I'll get to that in a second. But the bottom line was, they had a really great career because they went out on tour with the Knack, and then they went out on tour with Van Halen, the Fair Warning tour. So, you know, they did 35 gigs in, you know, hockey rinks across
They opened
America.
for Van Halen in the 80s?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know that video of So This Is Love and Unchained?
Yeah.
That was, the Fools were the opening band on that.
No, but how many hits did they have? Maybe 2?
Well, you talk about hit. I mean, what's a hit? Top 40.
Top 40.
Yeah, let's put it this way. I never saw the top of the mountain. You know, like you think about, okay, Jimmy Page, Paul McCartney. They live at that top of the mountain. That's the rare air stratosphere, like
Right.
Frank Sinatra. Guys that you will always be untouchable. They might say hi to you, but you don't really know them, and you'll never know them because they're just far above.
Right.
And then the Fools, they made it to, like the Stompers and Fahrenheit, Charlie Farron. Those guys, they got their music to the masses to the point where they could go on tour, and they opened for bands, and they played enormous gigs, and they sold a lot of records. They just didn't get that massive success that comes,
Right.
you know. But I wouldn't sell anybody short because, like, those 3 bands, I continue to look up to them as, you know, I used to read the Phoenix and say, wow, I'd love to be in a band. Or, you know, wow, I got to open, like when I opened for Charlie Farron.
Did you play with the Stompers also?
I didn't play with them. We were on the same bill though, like the Fools and the Stompers.
Right.
And it was great. I mean, because like I said, I remembered being that little kid that was reading the Phoenix, and remember back in the 80s when you'd have mimeographed copies stapled to telephone poles
Right.
that said like Axis at the main act, Sass at the main act, so I came from that. So I'll never lose.
I saw Joey's name on a telephone pole just the other day with a mimeograph thing.
Well,
You know,
we won't get into that.
that
Though.
was a wanted poster, though, right? Is that what you're trying to
You're
say?
just waiting. You're just asking for it, Peasy.
Remember, my other job, I'm a high school teacher, so I always have to watch what I say.
Now, I seen a couple of videos of you, Louis, at the Boston City Hall, which is, how many people were there?
That was great. There were tens of thousands of people.
It looked like
there.
a sea.
Yeah,
A sea of people.
and you know
That
what?
had to be a thrill.
It was unbelievable. It's all, you know what though, those are the kinds of things that after you shit your pants for that size crowd, which I did.
Oh, Johnny does that every day.
So no, the first so the broccoli. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna
Thanks,
need,
Chris.
We're gonna need to call Service Master after that.
Thank you, Chris. They have my back.
When I played that show, the first one, I got there was like maybe 100 people, and I said, "Oh, what a nice place for a concert," And I, not even thinking like when the Celtics, when they won their championship, there were 15,000 people there, and so I went. We had dinner, and then I'm just kind of standing there, and it's like, "Oh, good, we're ready to go on." And so when they said, "Yeah, we're going to take you up, stand behind the drums, we're going to introduce the band, and then you come out." So I got behind the drums, and I went. And so the drummer, he says, "Lou, are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah. I didn't think there'd be this many people here." And I was like, there were like literally 15,000 people there. And I had never played to
And
a crowd
nobody
like
said
that.
jump.
Well, it was a small stage, so I would have just sprained my ankle, and then they would have carried me up and made me play. But
That's
so
scary.
After that,
It's scary.
everything just became like, how do you top that? Like it was, in other words, there was nothing to ever be nervous about again.
Is that the biggest venue you ever played in front of?
Yeah, totally.
It was a massive crowd. What year was that? Was it multiple shows?
So we did 9 shows between 97 and 98. We just, Eagle 93.7, they had us open for all of the headliners. So it was great. I mean, because it was, geez, I can't even remember now. America, Kansas, was supposed to be Loverboy, that got rained out. But, all those classic
Right.
bands.
The last time you were here, we talked about how you started. You were young. I knew you when you were 14, 15.
Yeah.
And you just progressed. And who was your first band?
My first band. I mean, my first real band that I played in was, I had a couple of smaller bands, like.
But Sass was one of your.
No, I filled in with them. I was never in the
Oh,
band.
really?
But yeah, I was in a band called Parade with Bruce Deming.
Hooray with Bruce, absolutely.
That was the first real band where we were out gigging and we were recording music, and so.
Parade, I remember them.
Yeah, and that was.
He was a
fun.
hell of a guitar player.
Oh yeah,
Bruce.
Bruce he was great, and that was part of my education, also my maturity, because when you're 20 and you're trying to be in a band, it's like like World War I, advanced fighting. You get the advanced machinery with Civil War tactics. It's like you're 20 trying to play in a band and you're very immature, but you think you're extremely mature, and you make dumb decisions, and everybody insults each other, and then you get older and you're like, oh yeah.
I know about every Monday I'm with him, so I know all about insults.
Lou, you have any people like bass players that you really, really kind of idolize a little bit that you just think were just phenomenal, and maybe you?
So you're talking about like John Paul Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them. Everybody.
And the guy from the Who,
John Entwistle.
John
Yeah, John Paul
Entwistle.
Jones was my favorite. Motown was very close second.
Yeah.
I would listen to Motown and just want to play every one of those songs. So I learned every one of those songs.
Right.
And it was just, I still do. I sit home, I practice, I play along with whatever's on my iTunes.
Right.
You know.
Now, do you play by feeling, or
Well, you do have to feel the strings, yes.
No, do you read?
I stopped years ago. I took clarinet lessons in the 4th grade, and I used to be able to read. And when I tried picking it back up again, I said, I can't do this. And then there was no reason to, you know. So I said,
So you basically learned by ear, and
well, that was the thing. I had a good ear that I could hear things and I could learn how to play them really quick. So, you know, it wasn't that I was good. It was that I was a fast learner. So it got me into playing with much better musicians, you know, and that was. Still does that. I mean, I can still fake my way through.
Do you think Fortune is the most talented band you've been with?
Yeah, it's the best band I ever played with.
Certainly the best I've ever seen.
Well, you know what it is about it? We're all kind of the same type of person. We have passion for the music because you can't play a Led Zeppelin song and just say, yeah, I think I'll just, oh yeah, he's playing an E chord there. You have to feel it. You have to I mean, you know, you're a Zeppelin fan. I grew up like worshiping that music.
Did you ever see them in concert?
No,
I did.
All right, John, we already
I
heard
did twice.
I saw Page and Plant.
twice.
I saw Page and Plant in
Show off.
'98. I saw John Paul Jones several times in different incarnations. So I feel blessed that I got to do that. But you know,
The lead singer actually sweated on me.
Did you wash it?
To this day, no.
Did you lick it?
No.
Was it salty?
A little salty.
A Zeppelin twice. I can't believe. I find that hard to believe. Zeppelin twice.
Yeah.
The only closest I think was a movie called The Song Remains the Same at the Chelsea Theater in 1975.
Every time that came to a theater, you had to go see it. Like, remember how there'd be midnight showings?
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know, at one of those Boston theaters, you know, Sunday night.
The first time I ever seen the movie was Chelsea.
Yeah, but
Theater.
you went there for the porn movies, Joe.
No, that
Come
was
on,
way
you shit,
before.
yeah.
Shh.
Well, don't let the facts get in the way of a good time, you know?
Big mouth. No, it's true though. Zeppelin to me was the epitome of it all. Even as much as I was a Beatle fan, I don't think their musicianship was even close to Zeppelin's.
Everybody's got their
Musicianship.
You know what it is,
not
though?
songwriting.
I know.
It's kind of the same with comedy, though. You could go see a comedian and think they're good, and then you see one that makes you realize
Absolutely.
you could be one too. It doesn't mean you'll be good at it,
No.
but it's the inspiration, and that's what with music and with art and with all that stuff. You know, you're inspired to want to emulate it, and so you know,
I think stand-up comedy is the most difficult thing in performing arts in my. I don't know how. And we got two of the best right here.
Joey, I bought a Hofner bass.
Yep.
And the first person I called up for advice was Lou. I said, hey Lou, I bought a bass. He said, go fuck yourself.
well, he told me he got a Hofner, so I said, if you get another one, you can row a boat with them.
Did you really buy one?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in my house.
Oh, okay. How much you spent for that?
About 300.
See, I want to take a sip, and I know I'm in danger with like all these.
Well, no, but get it. Oh, with Peasy next year, you never know what's going to come out of that mouth.
You know, I'm just gonna close
Christ
this up.
almighty, it's like a pending Dane on your back. No, but getting back to the stand-up comedy, I don't know how you guys, two of the best right here, Paul D'Angelo and Johnny Peasy, I don't know how they do it, because when I get a laugh, I get excited. Then you try for a second laugh and right down the toilet. But I can say for my next song, you guys are done. You guys are stuck up there if you bomb or joke bombs.
You know what? I got to add this though about comedy and because Paul and I have talked, it's funny with a band. You know, like okay, so you say Fortune, we've been around 40 years now.
Wow.
And I've been in the band for 20. This is my 28th year.
I
in
had
the
no
band.
idea it was 40
Yeah,
years.
40 years. They started in '86, and here's the thing: it's like you talk about reading the room. Like people come see us, they know what they're gonna get. You know, like this is what we do. This is what we're gonna give you. People don't come in expecting something else. The thing with comedy is people go see a comedy show, so you got to read the room every minute that you're up on stage. You do a joke that goes sideways and you say, I might have just lost this entire friggin' room.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's what makes it so much harder, because a band, it's like, all right, the song didn't go over, all right, whatever, we'll play another song. But because of the way you guys have to read the audience, connect with the audience, keep them plugged in, and then hold on to them for the whole time, maybe let them down a little bit, and then bring them back up for the end, hit them over the head, and then send them to the bar after. It's not easy.
No, absolutely not. And I don't understand how you, and like I said, John, I've told you this a million times, I don't know how you do it. And especially you're all over the map, and you're back in Saugus by, 7, 8 o'clock for a show at night, but you've been in Dartmouth or New Bedford by 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how he does it. You know, the energy level. I mean, for an 80-year-old, that's insane.
And I and I just got to call, and I'll get you for that, my friend. And your little dog too.
Hey, Johnny.
Joey.
I was like,
Yeah.
I said, Johnny, you're 80? I was like,
Yeah.
no, he's not 80.
I just got to, and Joey, and you talk about energy.
I don't know how you, no, all kidding aside.
I just got a call just the other day from my doctor. Johnny, your iron is extremely low, but we don't want you to take iron pills. Okay? So it's going to zap your energy. It's going to make you feel tired. And you know, my energy level is still off the charts. You know what I mean?
It's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lou,
Yes, sir.
just we're talking about all this other stuff, personal stuff. Talk about the band a little bit. Let's talk about some of the guys in the band that you play with. What you
Good
think,
question.
How you feel about playing with them and their level of expertise.
It's a blessing because, you know, and I say this not with apologies to everybody else I've ever played with. It's just we also have something we built together. Like, it's a level of trust and familiarity that, you know, people say it, and I think that non-musicians don't really buy into it as much. You know what the people are going to do. You know, like Dickie Parrish Jr. on drums. You know, I've been with him for 28 years now.
His father's the singer, Dickie.
Yes.
Oh wow! I know
We can read each other's thoughts on stage. You know, he's a phenomenal drummer, unbelievable drummer, and you know, I don't even have to look at him. I know where he's going. You know, so Bob Vos on vocals obviously is incredible. I mean, when you have somebody that can sing Steve Perry, Brad Delp, Ann Wilson, Robert Plant, Freddie Mercury, Roger Daltrey,
Wow.
one after another with no break, you know, and he'll think he had a bad night, you know, and I'll be like, I say the same thing to him all the time. We would be playing, you know, Revere Beach if we didn't have you as a singer, because it doesn't matter how great the band is. You know, you need a singer, a focal point that,
Absolutely.
and he's it.
Have you
know?
ever seen him, Johnny? Bobby?
I went to see them when they were up at the place on Route 1 that closed down. You remember that? And I come in to
Oh,
see
we've
them.
closed a few places.
No.
We all have.
Breakaway?
Yes,
Breakaway.
we were at
Breakaway. Went
yeah.
there.
Village Green.
Joe
Yeah.
Crowley.
Yes, we had a day on the green. We played at the green, and no, but all kidding aside, yeah, you were there. But it's when you play in a band like that where everybody is familiar and everybody knows, you know, you can, like when we said, okay, we're gonna do Bohemian Rhapsody. It didn't take 5 rehearsals to get it down. We showed up, and this is how we do it. Everybody learns their parts before you get there. We played it once, we played it again, and then we just started doing some other songs.
That's
Before we went home, we played it one more time, and then we played it at the gig on Saturday.
That's the way it's supposed to be. The problem is most people are lazy, and that's why they don't sound like Fortune.
But it's an investment, though, because
Absolutely.
you know, I think that it's nice when we get great compliments. You know, there's a reason that even before I was in the band, those guys rehearsed down the hallway from me, and I would listen to them. You know, they were doing a 4-part harmony, and I was like, God, I hate those guys.
Which band were you with at the time?
I was actually with the guys from Tangerine down the hall.
That's right, Tangerine.
So imagine that we rehearsed down the hall and we're listening to them, and I was like, I hate listening to them because they were so friggin' good, you know?
Was Tangerine a Zeppelin cover band? Sorry.
No. We just
you guys, Tangerine was no slouch band.
no. I mean, how lucky
These
was
guys,
I though?
you were in 2 bands at the same time that were completely off the chart as far as incredible. I mean, the quality of musicianship. It was every one of you are world-class musicians.
I was very lucky.
And
you know?
I couldn't believe. I mean, the things that happened in the band, losing the guys in the band. It was tragic.
Well, that
It
was
was tragic. you know, and I'm happy for you that you're with Fortune now.
Well, I mean, all kidding aside, Lou, if you weren't on a certain level, they wouldn't be looking at you either. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It's you know, they knew what they had with you also. And I thought Tangerine was a Zeppelin cover band. That's all.
I don't sell myself short. I am a tremendous slouch.
Yeah, you are a little cocky.
What about any original music you guys play?
So yeah, Fortune actually did 2 albums. They released them in Japan, and not as a joke. You know, it's just they got a good offer to put their music out over there. But this was before iTunes, you know. So we actually have 2 songs we just finished. We finished mixing, I should say. To just give you a backstory, so original guitarist for Fortune, Pete DiStefano, he passed away. He got brain cancer, and he passed away in 2019. And I know it sounds like a made-for-TV thing, but he actually, we would visit him in hospice, and in the last month, he made certain that he had a little talk with all of us, and he said to me, I want you to keep the band going. And now we hadn't played, other than a couple of appearances, since he got sick. So I was kind of like, well, you know, Pete, that's not really important. He goes, well, and he kind of gave me his, you know, it is important. And, you know, he started the band. It was his idea to start the band in '86. So we carry on. We dedicate every show to him. So when you have that, that's why now we're doing a classic rock tribute. Because, you know, it's not that it was his band and they were his songs. It was everybody's songs. But to carry that forward and play those songs without him would be very hard. So we don't do our originals anymore. And a lot of people have been upset by that. But that's the story. We just don't want to do it without him. And that said, we have the music that we had written and we're recording in his home studio. So we mixed it, and we're finally going to put it out. So Scott Pizzo, who you know Scott.
Scotty's the best, man.
Who's that's the sound man, right?
Scott's a
He's not only
tremendous
a sound man,
friend.
Go ahead.
He's a tremendous friend. He's one of my favorite people on earth. He would do anything for you. He does not take an ounce of shit from anybody either, so he's not a shrinking violet.
Right.
But he's a sweetheart of a human being, a great friend, and he's every bit that and more as a sound man. And so now, I know he used to work in a studio, so I said to him, hey, do you think you could, if we take Pete's stuff, do you think you can mix it? And so he gave us a world-class mixing on this stuff. I'll play it for you afterwards. I just could not believe what a job he did. So we're going to be putting those 2 songs out on iTunes very soon. And then we had one more song. So Pete was sick. He was in hospice, and we were talking about doing some recording. And it kind of Bill Plourde, the guitarist, was talking to Bob about, you know, doing some stuff. And Bob goes, well, I really wouldn't want to do any new recordings without Pete. He goes, I really wouldn't want to, like, take that on right now. And so me and Bill came up with the idea. We said, well, we have this live recording of a song that Pete wrote the music for and Bob wrote the lyrics. So what ends up happening, we called our friend at the studio, and he says, yeah, bring it in. So we ended up re-recording everything and then taking Pete's guitar off that live recording, and he put it onto the new song. So when we went to hospice, we played it for him. And, you know, I mean, he was crying, and we were crying, and just, you know, he just said thank you, you know. He goes, I don't even know what to say. So we have that, too. That's going to be the 3rd song that we're going to have. So in as much that we're a classic rock tribute and cover band, as people like to say, we're just doing a tribute to our musical heroes
that you grew up with. Right.
And I like to believe we're doing a high end of it.
There's no question about that.
But we have 3 new originals that within 6 months, they're all going to be on iTunes.
Now you got Dickie Paris, Bob Vose, Louis Spag. Who are the other 2?
So Bill Plourde he's from Peabody. He was in Tangerine with me too. So Bill and I were in Tangerine and Fortune. So Bill, he was around since the beginning, right? So Dickie came in around 91. So Dickie's been in the band for, 33.
Are they both lead? They share the leads?
Yeah, Bill's a phenomenal guitar player. He's like, if you've seen Tangerine, he's the guy with the dark hair. He plays anything exactly like the record, you know. So if you want to hear him play Hotel California, if you want to hear him play Led Zeppelin, even the Van Halen stuff we've done, he learned the solo like it needed to be done. Whitesnake, you throw anything in front of Bill.
So now they share the leads, or is it just one particular? Okay.
So Pete passed away, and we replaced him with a guy from New Hampshire, Chris Lester. So Chris is also in Dark Desert Eagles, which is an Eagle tribute, and he does his solo gigs too. And so when Chris hasn't been able to make it, Tony Maggio from Tangerine fills in. So then it becomes really convoluted because you look at the stage and go, is this Tangerine or is this Fortune? But then Bob starts singing, and you know what band it is. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Lou, what are you thinking about the bands from Boston, like the Jay Giles? Are they still around? Are they still playing? And
Jay Giles, I don't understand that at all because they.
Did you play with them?
No, I wish I did.
Peter Wolf's a hell of a front man.
Yeah, he's one of the best. One of the
frontmans.
greatest. I think he might not be up there in terms of
Steve Tyler.
Tyler's a better singer. There's no question. Tyler had a lot of things that Wolf didn't have. But as a frontman, if you put him on the stage, you don't want Peter Wolf going on before you. Like even the Giles band. I mean, as musicians, I wouldn't say that anyone in the Jay Giles band, you're gonna put them up against maybe Berkeley musicians in terms of ability. But you put them together, the sum of all parts, they are an incredible band. And that's what music's about. It's not a talent contest. It's not a can you pass a Berkeley entrance exam. The Jay Giles band was a phenomenal
ton of hits.
act.
Ton of hits.
Yeah, they knew how to write songs. They knew how to play, and they had that thing that if you were going to stand in a crowd and watch Giles band, I mean, they were going to beat you over the head from like start to finish.
You know who else a hell of a frontman was? Gary Sharon.
Yeah, he moves around like I don't know how he does it. I wish
He's like an acrobat.
I wish I had his energy, and I wish I had his waistline because I mean, Jesus.
Is he still performing?
He still looks like he's 18.
Is he still performing?
Oh, yeah. Extreme's.
Is he with Nuno?
Yeah, Extreme's doing great. They put out another album. They have found their stride, and that's what it is. It's all a usefulness with this business because if you can't sell tickets, nobody cares, and then they make fun of you and call you one-hit wonder and all that. And a band like Extreme, they're great guys, great band, and they've found where they're going. They can carry this out as long as they want now, because they're going on tour with who is it? Motley Crue. I can't think of the second band, and them. They're doing a tour across the country.
Is there a big market for rock and roll? I mean, I listen to the music today, this rap and all that, and I just
Rap
can't
is on the
stand it.
down, actually.
Good. But is there a market? Is it rock and roll coming back?
Asses and seats. It's what it is. I think that, if you look at, I think that we could be here another 3 hours talking about Ticketmaster and how expensive concerts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at
Terrible.
what some of these are, and you want to. Not getting into anything other than just the ticket sales and the prices, but there was a reason why Taylor Swift was so expensive, and there's a reason why Bruce Springsteen's so expensive. And you can't just attack the people, whether they suck as people or not. Besides that, there's a system, a mechanism in place that, it used to be, okay, you'd go out on tour, you got an album out, so the album you want to sell, so you go to Boston, you go to Strawberries and sit down, autograph some albums, the album sells, go to the next city, the album sells, and then because the album's selling, now, okay, we're going to keep you on tour, we're going to give you another 30 dates, And there was this mechanism. You sold albums, you made money, you sold merch, you made money. And then it became the Eagles. Well, we're going to stay at the best hotel in Boston and New York and Chicago and LA and Arizona, so we need to make this much money for every show. So tickets are going to be $95. That was the first one, if you remember.
The Eagles were the first one that brought
the Eagles
that
were,
yeah.
ridiculous price, and
Yeah.
then Steely Dan was over 100. And the thing about the mechanism that changed was none of them have a new album out. So radio at that point in time was just basically saying, all right, so the Eagles are coming to town, so it's going to be 1 week of playing the Eagles' greatest hits. And then the Eagles go on stage, the Eagles' greatest hits. Oh, but wait, we have a new album out. Nobody cares. Right?
Right.
The Rolling Stones put out a new album tomorrow. and I'm gonna go put on Goat's Head Soup. I don't have any use,
Right.
and I'm a musician. I respect it from a musical standpoint. I want people to, if I write a new song, I don't want them saying, I want to hear what you did in 1985, but it's not up to me. It's up to them,
Right.
right?
You
Right.
know, one of the crazy things about concerts, like say you go see, let's just say Elton John, right? And then he wants to play some of his new music. Well, people that find the set lists, they go, okay, this is when we go to the bathroom, when they stop. And that happens to a lot of the groups, is because people love to hear their hits and their songs that they
So
play.
when we were at, we went to see Chicago, which another thing, they only had 3 original members at that point in time. Now it's down to 2. I said to my girlfriend, to Melissa, I go, watch this. Watch everybody stand up. Mass exodus to the bathroom.
Right.
She goes, what do you mean? I go, just watch. Because I heard him say they were going to play something from Chicago 19, right? So he goes, this one is called, and everybody stood up. And she goes, how did you know? And I said, well, that's why they put this stuff here, because they know everyone's going to go to the bathroom. We want to play these 2 songs. But
Why do they let it leak out then? If don't they?
Well, because
Yeah.
people publish the set list.
Yeah, now it's-
it's like whenever I go to a concert, Joey, I always go online and go, let me see what their set list looks like. Like the Guess Who got back together. I liked Guess Who.
love them.
Yeah, and that, so I looked at all their set list and stuff like that, and a lot of their great hits.
You hear Jagger lately in his latest material. His voice sounds better than it did in 1965.
Really?
Well, I think there's something they're
Well,
playing.
there's gotta be.
There's some wizardry going on in the studio because there's no way in the world. He's
Paul McCartney has a new album
his
coming out.
voice is gone.
Gone.
McCartney's, his album is
So,
short, but
they could-
McCartney had one of the great voices in
Of all
rock
time.
Of all
history.
time,
Rock
yeah.
and roll of all time.
Jagger fit right into this. He didn't step out of that. Jagger did Jagger,
Yeah.
whether he was doing disco, rock, whatever you
No
have.
question.
He was always Mick Jagger, and
Yeah.
I think that staying within that,
very smart.
Steven Tyler's done though, right? He's pretty.
No,
much-
I read
don't know.
something-
I think he's coming back.
You think so?
I read an article. He's
Was
coming
it-
back.
Because that's really.
Yep.
So his voice is back from what we talked with Joe when we had Joe here the other day.
Well, he did retire because his voice was banged up pretty bad, really bad. But then I read an article online the other day that they said that he is thinking of coming back or planning a comeback. So evidently he had some kind of work done to
Steven Zeitels. There you
Steven
go,
Zeitels.
baby.
So-
Steven
so-
Zeitels.
Well,
It's all
whoever
a matter, though.
whoever corrected it was him.
Yeah.
I don't think, though, don't forget, he's probably going to be doing a lot of single nights. Like, back in the day, you do a tour and they say, okay, well, we can shove 6 nights a weekend. And
Yeah.
then we can do 12 gigs in 14 days. We can do 22 in 26 days. It's going to be like, no, we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, off till Wednesday, because he's going to be sitting in a trailer, sucking lemons, drinking honey, the nebulizer, all that stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's the thing that most people don't realize is it's not the same fun for the singer. Like I've done some back-to-back out of state gigs where the singer is in the hotel room at 5 o'clock after dinner, tucked into bed, because they need 12 hours of sleep. They need to drink 2 gallons of water, and they need to do the lemons and everything, every exercise you can think of, just to be at 50% so that the audience doesn't throw tomatoes at
100% true.
See, the thing that people don't understand is even people that are vocalists that are out there working, they don't take they don't take this very seriously. Their vocal cords. I mean, I used to walk in ice cold and just bang.
When you're young, you think you're invincible, Billy.
It's true.
There's
It's
a big
true.
difference from.
Well, how much warm up do you do?
I talk a lot during
Yeah,
the day.
that's it. That's my point. Is people don't take it. There's no warm up. They don't take care of it before like you should be steaming your vocal cords before
I
you
did
go.
all that, but I definitely lost my edge.
Nobody. I mean, when you go out there now, I mean, that's the difference of somebody that is at the stature.
No
of
question
Steven
about
Tyler,
it. No question.
Or someone like Mick Jagger or some. They're taking care of even Barbra Streisand. I mean, that's.
But don't forget, not everybody knows how to properly sing. It's like a lot of guys throw, they don't pitch, and therefore
Right.
their arms are done by the time they're 29. Like Robert Plant, if you listen to him, I mean, I was collecting bootlegs like it was going out of
Me
style.
too.
And his voice, if you looked at The Song Remains the Same, he didn't sing rock and roll up high. He sang it more like Elvis. Been a long time since I rock and roll. And you were like, what happened? And what happened is he blew his voice out, and it was never the same
That
again.
young, he blew his voice out?
Yeah, 70. If you listen to Houses of the Holy, the album,
Yep.
half of it is with his voice as it was.
Well, he was a tenor.
And part of it, though, some of those songs were sped up. If you listen, you could tell they recorded them at a slower volume.
Dancing Days is one of them.
Yeah, that's how they used to correct pitch back then. The speed of the speed of the record, rather than now that digitally it moves it. It doesn't change the speed.
George Martin was fantastic at that.
Well,
he was
the fifth Beatle.
Well, he set the bar with what they did because they had 4-track,
right?
and they got 8-track. I can't remember. I think it was 73. So if you think about it, what they were doing, bouncing tracks with orchestration, and he's unbelievable.
George
what he
Martin
did.
to me is the reason why the Beatles were the Beatles.
Wasn't he a classical piano player?
He not a piano. No, he played the oboe.
Oboe.
that?
Oboe. It's that big thing in you. Yeah.
Well, he did. He actually
It's a
played
oboe.
the
Like a
solo
bass?
on.
Oh yeah, in my life.
Oboe. It's an oboe, actually.
Yeah.
So it's pronounced.
Yeah.
But I got a couple of comments online from Arthur Tarani. It said Pete used to teach guitar at More Than Chords
Yes, he did.
for me and Paul Geary,
Paul Geary
back in the
owned it, yeah.
90s.
Yes.
And then he asked again. He must have got on late. Remind everybody where you're going to be.
Hampton Beach Casino this Saturday night. Should I do like the? Let me see. What would Johnny Peasy do? He'd go. Yeah, you know what I mean.
What
No.
time? What time do you play till? What's the hours? From
the
what
show
time?
starts at 8. So there's 3 bands. The Fools are the headliner. The legendary Fools are doing. This is their 50th April Fool's show, and they're going to show a preview of the documentary that they have coming out on their 50 years.
Wow.
That's going to be great. I can't wait to see that. Fortune goes on. We're in the middle. Opening is a Billy Joel tribute, Captain Jack and the Strangers. That they're really great band. You know, I'm really happy to have them on the bill with us because, you know, they're doing a short opening set, and then Fortune, we're doing a long set, and the Fools are doing a long set. But everybody's going to be well represented. Tickets are on sale. You can get them at Ticketmaster.
What's the
and,
capacity of the casino?
I think it's a 2,000. I think
Now, do you be a sellout?
tickets are going good. I think it's about. I think it's 2/3 to 3/4 sold out now.
Beautiful.
Now, a friend of mine and a fan of yours, also Joe Perowski from Saugus, he said that you guys need merch. Do you have merchandise?
He would say something like that.
No,
Can he just enjoy the interview? Can't you know what I
Oh,
mean,
you know-
Joe? Joe, you know what I'm saying?
he is a ball buster.
He can't just sit there and go, "Yeah, wow, geez, it's good. It's good to talk about."
I didn't
this
know you
stuff."
knew Joe that well.
Well, as a graphic artist,
He's on my advisory board at the Medford Vocational.
I'm sure you could.
Who, Joe?
Come up
Yeah,
with something.
Joe's on my
I
advisory
had no
board.
idea about that.
Isn't that funny?
Joe,
I don't know if he's still on. Joe, let us know if
And
you're still
Gino-
on.
Gino Caccimilio said, "A good man right there."
Gino is the best. I'll tell you.
Gino is a good guy.
You know something, and I hope he's still listening because he knows I mean this from the bottom of my heart. When I was a kid, I remembered seeing Mass and Gino introducing them, right? And he had a way, he'd go out there and he'd say it, Mass!
Yeah.
And he literally blew the roof off himself. And when I did gigs with Mass, I was in the band for 2 years. One of my favorite things was when he introduced the band and I was standing behind him and he did that. I said, wow, I feel like a little kid again, like when I saw their the copies on telephone poles.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember the group Blood Rock?
No.
Anybody? Blood Rock?
DOA.
DOA. DOA.
Yeah, they were opening act for Grand Funk.
That's
Railroad,
right. I saw the I was there.
1972.
I was a big Grand Funk
Grand
Railroad.
Funk, there's a band.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Grand Funk?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great.
Unbelievable, man. Mark Feiner, one of the great singers.
Yeah.
We opened for him. When I was in the Fools, we opened for him down on Block Island. And he was doing sound check. And I'm standing like at the back of the stage. And I said, wow, everything is in record key. He sounded exactly like the record. And I was just like, the hair on my arms was standing up. So he come walking out, and I just introduced myself, and I said, "Hey, Mark, I'm a big fan. You're one of my favorite all-time singers." He goes, "Oh, well, what's your name?" "Oh, wow, great." I says, "I'm in the opening band, this and that." So long day, 8 hours later, I see him at the hotel. We're leaving, and I said, "Mark, it was great talking to you. Thank you for giving me your time." And he goes, "Louis, it was great to meet you too." And I said,
You remember my name.
Isn't that funny?
What year was that?
that was back around 2011, maybe.
The poor guy, you know what happened with that group.
Yeah.
Penniless.
Money, though.
Penniless.
You know what?
A lot of them
Yeah.
are. A lot of them.
Penniless.
But you know what? If you want to talk about that briefly, Foreigner goes out on tour with one original member. I know he started the band, but then he'd take off 2-3 shows, and there'd be nothing out there. No one had ever been in the original version of Foreigner, and they're out there calling it Foreigner. Chicago, there's more ex-members on the street than on the stage.
Yeah, it's
Well, look
so
at the
true.
look at the trouble the Beach Boys had. Poor Brian Wilson couldn't even play his own music up until he died.
I opened up for the Four Tops. They're all white.
You know what? There's
That was
no
Paul
tops.
D'Angelo, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, there's
great
no,
one, Paul.
There's no tops now. Temptations, at least the Temptations, at least the guy that started the band is still alive.
He's alive, but
I
mean, it started off with the Platters. With the there was a big schism between the Platters.
Yeah.
And there was a big court battle, and Herb Reed couldn't take the name. He was the only original
At
one
least
left.
Herb was in the original
He was
band.
in the original band, so it had to be Herb Reed and the Platters. But I remember back in the 70s, early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, the Spiral Staircase.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Upton.
love you
Every-
more today than
Yeah.
yesterday.
He sang original
so,
key.
So Pat Upton wasn't in the band, but Harvey Kay, Vinnie Perello, and Bobby Raymond were in this band, and they were in court fighting. It took 6 years before Harvey could get the Spiral Staircase name. Pat Upton wasn't even singing. He would sing solo things,
Right.
and that sucker could sing. He sang that song when he was 60-something years old. He still sang it in G.
What about Jay Black?
In G.
He was
sang
still
it.
singing Caramia on the original key in his 70s.
It's unbelievable.
Original key.
So I opened up for the Herb Reed and the Platters and Plymouth at the Plymouth Hall there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the funniest things I saw, so Herb Reed goes out there, and he's the only original. There's all other ones. And all Herb Reed did, the whole concert, was this. Aum. That's all he did.
So he
and
was
I
the
said,
bass guy.
Hey, I can do that.
He was the bass guy. I can relate to that.
Aum. Aum.
One I was most amazed with was when I worked with, what's his name, the Tokens. The guy, he was about 76 years old, and he did the Lions.
Lion Sleep Tonight.
The lion sleeps tonight.
Oh, don't get
A
peasy
wingo
going, will
a
ya?
wingo it, a wingo
Get
it.
the notes, though. The
You
guy
know
gets
what?
the notes.
Though I have to say, from a purist standpoint, seeing Herb Reed and the Platters, I respect that because the other guys had passed away, and he was the only living member. So it's Herb Reed and the Platters. You say, okay, well, they're all dead, so this guy's out there carrying on the legacy. It's when you see you brought up the Guess Who. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know what happened.
Yes, I do.
But they imagine that he had to terminate the rights. Burton Cummings terminated his rights to the songs so that nobody could play them. And he said by doing that, it forces the fake band to not be able to play them live. And so now they had to meet him in court, where he took back him and Randy, because him and Randy Bachman wrote all the hits.
Yeah.
And he sang all the hits. So they were the names and the faces and the writers of everything about that song. So I'm sorry, a bass player and a drummer should not be able to take the band and go off and, no, we're the Guess Who.
Do you know what song was the #1 song played on the radio all time?
Was it a Guess Who tune?
Yes, it was.
American Woman.
Nope.
Laughing.
Nope.
These eyes.
Laughing's a great
Bing,
song.
bing, 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 bing. These eyes, dum, cry every night.
Joe also said he remembers you playing a what did he say? Playing a tune would play the bass live, and he says he didn't say the song, the dummy,
He
but
said,
he said
he played
did.
live.
Yeah, but he said he didn't say the song he was playing.
Yeah.
Nice going, Joe.
What did I
But
do?
he did say that's how talented this guy is. He played it note for note. What was the song, Joe? Let us know.
Yeah. And,
Do you remember, Lou?
And of course, Arthur's back. You remember Max Mobb? They were
Dickie Paris's band.
Yeah. Max Mobb.
Now,
was
you want
great
to talk
band.
about somebody? Dickie Paris is. I think he's 83. And
He's
you
still
hear
got-
him sing?
Still got a
He's
great
a tenor.
voice.
Oh, God bless him.
Phenomenal.
He's
Yeah.
one of the nicest guys. And you know what's funny? You talk about Forge and how good Bob is. Bob will get out of the way, and Dickie will come up, and we'll do. We always do the Doobie Brothers, taking it to the streets.
Yeah.
And Dickie just blows the place apart. He walks on stage. He's on stage in sneakers and a tracksuit. You know,
Yeah.
He looks like he just came from like Goodfellas, a mafia meeting.
He used to do-
and he kills it. And then he walks off stage and goes home.
He used to do in the play. He used to do Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or phenomenal. I mean, I used to
He's
watch
great.
him, and I'm telling you, I
Awesome.
just love
Oh,
that.
they're a great group. Period.
Oh.
The whole five.
Who's the other singer that was in Richie's show? The one he lives in Wisconsin now. I can't.
Oh
think-
yeah,
It's
yeah.
John Wapinski.
Yeah, Wapinski.
Wapinski.
Everybody talks about Wapinski, and they should. He was a great singer. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah.
But Dickie Paris, him, like guys like that in the early '70s. I mean, that was gold. Those
Yeah.
guys were killing it, and because they could sing anything, you know.
Now,
Yeah.
Johnny, do you remember, or Paul, you might remember and back in the Pat Bente used to tell me some stories about back in the 70s. That, and Billy, you might remember too. I rolled. I don't know if I didn't think you would.
Yeah, I
you would
remember all of that.
I don't know if you remember that.
Gino put it down here. Do you remember Billy, the Ace of Clubs?
No, I'm
Oh.
talking about on
The
Route
Ace of
1.
Clubs, huh?
There was a.
No, I'm just saying. We just
How many
on
different
Broadway.
bands were playing on each side of Route 1?
Well, that was ridiculous. I
You
mean,
remember,
every
Paul?
place. There
remember
was a
those days?
You
Bands?
had Augustine's had live music. Let's see. Who else?
The Green Apple.
Green Apple.
The Green-
Figures you'd know that place. Joe.
Yeah, the green. Yeah.
But that's none of my
The Green
business.
Apple, the Holiday Inn, had live. The Coach and Six,
Yeah.
the Holiday Inn.
I don't
in
remember
Peabody.
these.
Then you go up further and turn around.
Tequilas?
And you which one?
No, that was later.
What was the place
the,
that?
the one that had the merry-go-round in it? What was the name of that? What was the name of that?
What was the,
club?
was there a place that
Salem Willows.
No. Route 1.
Willow?
Really good.
Well,
Very
Well,
good.
get him his helmet. Will you?
I have a trivia question for.
Wait a minute before I
Here we
forget.
go.
Where's the place where?
Here we
where's
go.
the place where Jay Leno used to perform?
Oh, that was at the what's it called?
the Palace.
No, I know what you mean.
Chateau
jazz,
de Ville.
The
No,
jazz club. It was a jazz
It
club.
was going towards Gloucester. It was on.
Oh, you're talking about in Beverly?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. it was a
Leno
famous place. Yeah,
Leno
Beverly.
talked about it on Joe Rogan
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
All right,
well,
this is a base trivia for Lou.
Put me on
What
the spot.
song, Klaus Vorman, was he noted for? That he played the opening with his bass guitar.
You're so vain, Carly Simon.
Yeah, so then.
Wow.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom.
There's a connoisseur
Boom,
right
ba-da-boom,
here.
ba-da-boom.
I
Very
would've-
good.
Who would have come up with that one?
Johnny did. The corner of Maine and where?
You know what?
Lenny's by the pike.
But he
Connoisseur.
tried to. Hey, he tried to put me on the spot. He tried to take me out here.
Yeah.
You and I.
I
Listen,
knew you would get it.
Listen, you and I, we're gonna roll
I
around.
just-
We're going out in the parking lot. We're gonna roll around.
No, don't say that. He'll really love that.
So many things.
No, you know what?
Lenny's on the pike.
Lenny's on the
That's
very
it.
Okay,
good.
I heard of that. Yeah.
That's where Jay Leno started out.
There you go. Yeah.
Where was that, Paul? You remember? Lenny's.
It's on the turnpike. I think it's where. Isn't that where the balcony was?
I don't know, but I never been there.
I'll tell you.
Were you there, Johnny?
Every
Don't talk
place-
about balconies right now, Paul. I almost jumped off one.
So back
Don't even
to
bring-
the suicidal tendencies of a
Well, I
madman.
guess you gotta
Johnny
go out the
loves
way
to
you
keep
came
it in a happy mood.
You got to go out where you came in, I guess. But yeah, I mean, every place you went, everybody had live music.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when karaoke came out and the tracks started coming out, every musician in the world was so pissed because
Yeah.
canned music, it took so much away.
Work.
And DJs too, because
Yeah.
DJs started doing it before karaoke.
Oh, way
You know what I
before.
mean? And it kicked the crap out of all
You know,
the
Smoking Joe. I
musicians.
know Lou's a friend of Smoking Joe. He told me that he opened up at. He used to play at a place at the. What was the place on the
The
beach?
Ebb Tide.
The Ebb Tide. And they used
My
to
father worked there.
They used to open up for Aerosmith.
And the Barbarians. Did you know the Barbarians?
No, I
Remember
didn't.
Multi, the drummer with the hooks?
No, but Joe told me he was a house band, I believe, for a period.
He was.
And they remember seeing Aerosmith coming in.
Yeah.
With the
And they were
henchmen.
new. He said, he goes, they weren't known, but you could see they were special. A special level of entertainment. Imagine. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
My father used to be the chef there.
Really?
At the Uptide, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Scarborough Fair it
When-
was called at that point.
When you and I started talking about stuff, and we're talking about my ability as a vocalist, and he's putting me in a class with those guys. I said, when I walked in and heard them, I go, "Are you on crack? There is no way in the world.
Listen,
you're gonna put me in that."
But you
kind
were the
of
Teddy
category.
Pendergrass, though. You carried something.
Luther Vandross,
Let me tell you
baby.
this.
Luther.
No, but the thing is, people don't understand. Like, and it's funny because my favorite all-time singer is Marvin Gaye.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Marvin Gaye doubted his abilities, but he complained once. He said, "I want to develop more grit. I want to be a little more like David Ruffin." And somebody at the label, I forget who it was, they said, "What the hell is the matter with you?" They said, "They can't teach what you have. They can't just give it away. Just be thankful what you have. Be the best Marvin Gaye, because you have something that people for generations are going to be wanting to do." You know,
Did
not
Marvin Gaye start up
Yeah.
with Motown?
Oh yeah, he was.
You know how I found out he got shot by his father? I heard it through the grapevine.
But I'm pumped. On that note,
It's time for Chinese food.
I think so.
I need
think
sake
so.
after that
I
one.
think so.
Oh man.
Well, guys, we thank you so much for joining us. We're here every
well,
Monday
tell us
night.
again, Lou. Tell us one
I
more
was-
time.
What do you? I was going to do that.
Oh, I thought you were
But
pausing.
that's it. No, I wasn't.
Go right ahead, Billy
But thank
boy.
you. But Fortune will be at the casino in Hampton Beach. And the tickets
can't
are on
gamble there.
sale at Ticketmaster, or you can get them at the casino itself. And if you go, let me tell you something, you are in for a treat. These guys, if you've never seen Fortune before, they are without a doubt the best band musically and vocally around that I've ever heard.
100%.
And there's no doubt in my mind. So you guys, get your tickets, do it up. But we're here every Monday night.
Also, Johnny, where are you going to be this weekend? Anywhere?
Wednesday at the Encore for the Matt Light Foundation. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Giggles Comedy Club, Jim Collington, and Robbie Prince. It's a great show. Come on and listen. For all you people, I'm going to give you all a little bit of something. If you want to go, you could email me at johnnypeasy@hotmail.com, and I'll make sure you get a great discount on your tickets for Friday or Saturday night.
You can actually find them on OnlyFans also.
How about Hotmail? You
Anyways.
have a Hotmail.
I
email?
still-
I still have AOL, so I mean, you know.
While we're doing that, Paul
D'Angelo.
where are you going to be? Paul D'Angelo. I can't put the camera on.
Listen.
I'm down in Milton.
Yeah, his gig is the same night as mine, so shut up!
Oh, yeah, that's
My good pal, Paul D'Angelo, right there. Love this guy.
I would be at- I
Wherever
would be at
Paul
the
D'Angelo
Fortune
is,
show.
you want to go see him. Save for Johnny Peasy.
The best of the best.
I'm surrounded
So
by
you're
some
in Milton.
great,
What's the name of the club?
great talent.
Is
I
it
don't-
private?
No, it's I don't know the name of it. No, I just show
Oh,
up.
I just show
I
up.
show up.
They give me the address.
I
I
show
show
up,
up.
I
I
do
go
my
on
thing.
stage.
Shows at 8
Yeah.
o'clock. I show up at
Yeah, no
7:59.
worries.
7:55.
Johnny knows. I come in
Yeah.
and giggles. And just let me know when it's my time, and that's it.
Perfect.
You have been to fundraisers. I don't even know what's this for.
Yeah.
Johnny, you've done that too. I mean,
Yeah, it's so
you've
true.
done over 7,000 shows.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
It's another, it's another show.
Yeah, without a
and
doubt.
then Friday nights somewhere else.
Paul goes, yeah. He goes, okay. Well, okay. Oh, yeah. Didn't see this one coming. Yeah. So you know what? He goes, I'll tell you something. Next year, don't call me. And everybody started cracking. And then everybody starts cracking up. And I said, that was the.
Outdoors.
And I said, I like
Outdoors
this
in the
guy.
parking lot with fucking motorcycles. I could have taken my dick out and done a whirl.
Also, you can call me at 617-800-6379. You can do a credit card over the phone. Come on out. It's going to be a great night. We got Family Affair being the entertainment, and we want you guys to be there, be part of it. and let's give autism a great punch in the face. That's what we want to do. So also every Monday night we're here at 7 o'clock.
Who's next week, Billy?
Next week we have Mitch Stinson.
Mitch Stinson, former
Mitch Stinson.
Navy pilot.
Yes, former Navy pilot will be here.
Turned comic.
And he's hysterical, and he's got some stories from the military as well that you're gonna enjoy.
We're gonna have no clue what to ask him.
Oh,
How are we gonna relate to a Navy pilot?
Well, you're a
Well,
space
maybe
shot.
you can't.
I
said
introduced
you're
him.
a space shot.
The
so
good one. Good one, Billy.
It's good. Well, I thought of it twice.
And how about that Italian flair?
He's
You
a
said.
pilot, but he's been shot
Hey.
down plenty of times.
How about that Italian flair? You said. And the next week we have.
I introduced Mitch one time, and I introduced him as a marine pilot.
Oh.
He wasn't happy.
He
No, I
likes
was.
he likes it when you do
You got half right.
I got half right.
He loves
Anyway.
that. Anyway, so
But I digress.
So tune in with us. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, please do so. Share this on Facebook. And we will see you next Monday night. Stay tuned
Take it
for
home.
some great stuff. We love you so much. So, of course, we got to do our Leaving the Country song.
Outro.
So here we go.
Called the Wonton
We're
song.
out. We love
Bang.
you.
1, 2. Oh, yeah. Good job, Billy. Way to take it out.
The DJ.
I'm going to, honestly.
You've been fucking up for the last 3 weeks with this outro.
I'll do it without it.
Oh, on that note.
Anyways, quiet down.
What's the Elton John
Thank you,
song?
Johnny.
The Elton John
That's what
song
happens when
sing.
you rely on a cell phone. We love you guys. God bless you. Straight Up Talk Boston. Subscribe.